All right, we're live. What is up, my shred heads? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 3 of Wicked Wednesdays. I am your electric native Shreddie, joined by Ron went to the darkness. I don't know what happened. Where'd you go, Ron? So, Wicked Wednesday, we're going to be talking about e-bike news, gossip, and we're going to be answering any questions that you guys may have. And also, if you guys are interested in a Wicked Thumb e-bike, make sure you use code Shreddie100, get $100 off. You all good over there, Wicked Ron?
Got no sound, bub.
Oh, no.
I'm going to reconnect.
Yeah, I'll say there's like a mic button down there. How's everybody doing today? I got to wait for Wicked Ron to join again, and I'm going to invite him back into the stream. But today it's raining here in Delaware. I haven't really got to ride today at all. I ended up riding Monday and Tuesday with a subscriber of mine that's been wanting to ride for a while. Oh, there you are. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, man. I was killing the music, and it dropped me out.
Oh, okay. Awesome. How's your day going, Ron?
That was great, man. As you guys know, on Wednesdays, we always do a little cooking out here with the folks. Today we had some fajitas. Pretty damn good.
Damn, that's awesome.
Other than that, building headlights today. Ooh. We got those new LED headlights that'll basically plug and play to any 48-volt
no way
e-bike.
No way, really?
And they're 800 and 1200 lumen.
Ooh, that's news to me, dude.
Full motorcycle size. They're available on the site. So
we can slap those on a Super 73 or?
Yeah, you just got to wire in the right connector. So
okay.
What our plan right now is we're going to take some bikes like Super 73 and Rad Power and some of those guys, and we're going to make a little pigtail harness. Yeah, that'll plug right up to it. Right now, it's mostly designed for our bike.
Yeah.
So we've got a pigtail for that, and then like the Revy Cheetah and some other bikes like that, it'll plug and play into.
Damn, I love that.
But yeah, they're pretty sick. I mean, shit, I'll show you some in a little bit. But
I would love to see it. Yeah.
That's what we've been doing today. They're all made here in the shop too. So.
Oh, that's awesome! I can't wait to see them.
That's kind of what we're really trying to get going this year is just a really exotic, pimped out.
Would you be able to show us how bright they are, like through the stream, or?
Yeah, I can't do it right now, but I'll.
Yeah,
give me 2 seconds.
Eddie Martinez, what's up, brother? He said, "What's good?" Open question with Onyx news and other major. Oh, it's skipping players like Monday sold out, and Huck tremendously backed up.
Okay, so here's one example.
Ooh.
This one's matte black and chrome.
That's awesome.
It's a 7-inch light. I'm not sure you can see me here, but
dude, imagine that like on a Super 73 too. That would look cool.
Yeah, I mean the lights on these bikes just suck, dude.
Yeah.
That's the biggest kind of gripe we get from people in just general is how lame the e-bike lights are.
Yeah, even my my stock Huck light is really dim. I need one of those for the Huck.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll fit.
That would be awesome.
You got a high beam, low beam on that thing?
Yeah, I do actually. Hold on, somebody said Monday sold out. What? Sold out of bikes? I haven't heard that yet. Any Slayer fans? Hell yeah, dude. Everybody's a Slayer fan. Oh,
what I'm demonstrating right here, if you can see me, I'm basically showing you what it takes to put a headlight on our bike. So when you buy our bike, you put the stock headlight on the same way. It's really just these 2 bolts and really piece of cake.
Damn, that headlight looks so cool. It's like a regular motorcycle headlight.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could run this on a Harley if you wanted. We can do it higher lumens too. So.
Is that like LED lights too, or is it?
Yeah, this is LED.
Oh crap! So it doesn't take that much power from the battery.
Especially on a 48-volt system.
Yeah.
I think this thing uses like 110 milliamps or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's see if I blind you.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, high beam and low beam on that bad boy. That is pretty sick.
And then on the stock one by comparison.
Lots of Metallica fans here, bro. What's up, Des? Oh, wow. Yeah, big difference, dude.
There's the high beam.
There's high. Okay. Yeah, that other light. That other light is badass.
Incredible, man.
That is crazy. They're on the website
very
now.
Little juice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're offering them in a bunch of different packages.
Okay.
So you can do chrome, you can do matte black, you can do. We've got these copper ones over here.
That's the ones I haven't seen too much of. Those copper ones look so cool.
Yeah, like here's the copper one we're doing.
Oh, that is sick, dude. What do you guys think about that one? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that is beautiful.
And then you could do the other grill in there too, if you want the checkered grill.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think where the idea really came from is, you know, we really love that style of that headlight grill, but it really takes away from the field of vision on the headlight.
Right.
So we don't want people to have to trade off style for function. That's really where that headlight came from, is let's give you guys even better light and even better style.
Hell yeah.
And we're doing a smaller size too. So we've got a 4.5, is it 4.5? 4.5 inch.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So, yeah, for some of the wishbone fork bikes where the light, you don't have triple trees to mount to. This is a side mount, so you're going to kind of need those fat tubes around the neck, the triple tree.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fork tubes.
Yeah.
But if you do, if you've got a bike that has a traditional wishbone fork, it's got the little, you know, hole, the mount in the bottom, and we've got a little 4.5, and it's the same brightness.
Oh, nice.
And that's black and chrome. We don't have that one in copper, but
damn,
not yet.
I'm excited for those, dude. You have them on the website already?
Yeah, the big one's on the website now. They retail for $159.
Okay.
And yeah, we could ship them right away.
That's awesome. So guys, check out those awesome lights. Go to the website right now and check them out. Let us know what you think about them. What's your favorite one?
Can they go on a regular bike?
Do you want to know, can they go on a regular bike? You probably need a battery for it.
Yeah, I don't think a dynamo is going to run this, sir. I mean, maybe you can pedal a lot faster than I can, D, but
right. She's got little feet. She can't go too fast.
Yeah, it doesn't use a ton, but it'll run on a 48 volt system, which I think is the key. I don't think that there's a whole lot of options for 48 volt lights, man. They're all Chinese, like just cheap ass shit.
Yeah.
Plastic and yeah, stoked about these. So
yeah, me too, dude. I'm gonna start sharing the hell out of those, man. Seeing what people think about them.
But how you doing this week, brother?
Good, man. Today's a rainy day, kind of boring all day. Monday and Tuesday, actually, I went riding with one of my subscribers, Neil. He's been like coming to Lewis, like riding around on his e-bike. He's got a Juice Cross Current X, and he's been hoping to find me on a group ride. And dude, I was rolling down the street with the wicked thumb, like. You know, I told you I'm riding every day with the power off, trying to get my legs ready for this crazy long voyages. I hear Shreddie. I'm like, what the hell? And then like he passes me in his car and I see an e-bike on the back. I'm like, I don't know who this is. And then next thing you know, he pulls up. He's like, yo, meet me at the beach. And then we ended up riding like all day Monday tonight. And then Tuesday I hooked up with Marv and Neil again. And then we rode all around town. I did over 30 miles on the Wicked, and we were kind of, you know, pedaling in mode 2, 3, sometimes throttle. Dude, I went over 30 miles and still had about 45 to 47 volts left. on the battery, and it was
just
like
under 50%.
Yeah, like we traveled a lot, and it was fun, man. Good times though.
Cool. Wheels fall off on you yet?
Have I fallen off on it?
Have the wheels fallen off the bike yet?
Not yet, not yet.
Damn.
Actually, funny story.
Nobody listens to me around here.
Funny story. It's gonna be on the video tomorrow, so I'm kind of giving you guys a little sneak peek tomorrow's video. But somebody is on a Onyx on my video coming up tomorrow, dude. You know how Onyxes go like 60. His both of those big like double nuts. There's like a nut and then a nut on top of the nut. Both of them were like, for some reason I felt like I wanted to touch his nuts. So I just flicked his nuts and they started spinning. I was like, holy crap, dude. Check the other side. They were both like loose to the point where I could just flick them and they spin.
Those on the rear wheel?
And he was going 50 on the side of the highway with them loose like that. I was like, dude, you could have died. So
they have a we had a couple in the shop. They have an axle adjuster on it, so I think that just the I mean, unless the inside one came out, you'd be fine. So
yeah, you think? Yeah, those two little screws on each side were fine.
Was there any like a locking compound on it?
No, I didn't see any kind of
locking compound. Interesting.
No, nope. But it was crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, on a motorcycle, they put one of those little C clips on the end of them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that even if a nut loosened up, it can't come off.
Right. So this is kind of
just the axle's got to slide out sideways. It doesn't just, the nuts come off and it drops out. It's got to be pulled all the way out.
Oh, pulled straight through. Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I don't know too much about their operation. I mean, we're going to talk about it in a little bit.
Yeah.
On the crazy 48 or 72 hours they had going on over there. But,
all these crazy numbers.
PR stunt, man. That's my call. But
it feels like it could be something like that where it's definitely drawing attention like big time. Everybody's talking about it now, so it'd be a great PR stunt.
Yeah, we're talking about it right now.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
And they are cool bikes, man. I mean, it's definitely not an e-bike. It's a
moped, motorcycle moped. Yeah.
The chain wheel's got like 12 teeth on it or something like that. No.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
But they are cool. We've had some through the shop. Like we're not a traditional shop where we work on people's bikes, but every now and then, like if people can't find someone to work on stuff, we'll help them out, or we'll try to at least.
Will your light work with the 52?
Absolutely, it'll work with a 52.
Yeah.
It'll work with anything up to a 72. So it'll work on an Onyx, a Huck.
Sick.
Yeah.
I love that. Say I'm up to get one for the Huck then.
And it'll go down to 12. You could run it off some bikes have step down converters.
Oh, okay.
To go from 48 volt to 36 volt down to 12. So it'll work on those too. So we just, we wanted something that was kind of plug and play throughout the gamut. And it was about six months or so we kind of developed it. And the LEDs is really where the key comes in. So
yeah, them things are bright as hell. Love it. Ultima, the Onyx did come with two little torque arms like that. I guess they were like that long and that fat, and they had two little screws going in them. They were still in there pretty tight. So
yeah, I think those are axle adjusters. They hold the wheel in like this.
Oh, okay. Yep. So no deaths on my channel yet. We're good. So what would you like to talk to these fine people about first?
I mean, I guess we can just go right into some of the stories you sent me this week.
Crazy news.
Yeah, if you want to you sent me the Onyx stuff.
So you want to
updates of what was popping up.
This is the first thing I saw. Onyx was sacked, not hacked.
Oh.
I was like, what the hell's going on? So next thing you know, like another post comes up. We're experiencing the end of Onyx motorbikes at the hands of rich old white men named Ken Ames and Troy Smith. Added by keyboard killer and loudmouth Tim Seward, Ken and Troy shook the company down until it was crippled. Full details coming. All bikes on order. All bikes on order will, and it doesn't say anything after that. Current phase asphyxiation. So that was like the first post I saw. And
yeah, so let's start. I did a little investigation there. Like I kind of, they're on Shopify, and we're on Shopify too. But one of the biggest reasons you use Shopify is for security and just all the interfaces they have and all the other type of stuff. But, you know, to be hacked on Shopify, like they would not let that go on for 3 days.
Right.
I mean, that's my perspective. I have, like, back in the past, I have some serious IT perspective, and that would not last that long, especially on a large platform like Shopify. Right. I mean, that's probably the number one thing that they're looking at is security, stability of their system, because of the billions and billions of dollars and the many billion-dollar companies they have on there. Okay. That they're not going to play around with that.
Right.
So I don't think it's a hack.
Definitely not a hack.
You know, and if it's a hack, it would be like an internal hack with somebody in the company.
Yeah.
You know, it's not an external attack.
Right.
Which there's speculation on that it's I don't remember the owner's name, or one of the owners that he's the one that put that stuff up.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's talk that they're moving warehouses or just moving locations, but yeah, it's weird shit, and it seems like everything in e-bikes is weird now.
Right.
You know, like people are, you know, think about the stuff you've had with Super, like people waiting 6 months to get bikes, and you know, we've got an international partner that is a distributor for Super 73, and they, I think they were supposed to get bikes in September of last year. Big order.
Yeah. And
they just received them like in the last 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
You know, 6 months late. They were already waiting for them for who knows, you know, whatever the production time was, but
right.
You know, and all the motor shit and your cracked frame and, you know, everything I'm reading on the forums, Reddit and stuff like that is like, that's not like isolated type incidents.
Right.
So you have just basically, it's like the Wild West. Like you just have people are trying to grab market share and grab power, and they're doing anything they can to do that. Like even if it's not even shipping a bike or shipping crap out and trying to fix it on the back end, it's get the cash in hand now, grow with the cash, raise more money with the cash.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you're seeing just across the gamut. You know, we were talking last episode about, God, who was it that was having similar problems where they were shipping? Was it Monday? It was Monday that was shipping like the batteries were like 4-6 amp hours smaller, and the motors were smaller, and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I mean, I'll give you guys a story. I mean, this is private information, but so we deal with a lot of the same stuff, and it's there's so much negotiation that goes on right now because there's such a crunch for parts. You know, a lot of anybody who's building anything worth a damn, they're using quality tested components. They're not just slapping stuff together with unproven stuff. And so we're fighting for the same components that, you know, the big guys are fighting for, like Rad and Pedigo, and you've got to, we don't have the weight that those guys have. And when I mean weight, I mean WEIGHT weight. Right. Like they have enough cash and enough capital where they're going to get their parts before we would. Luckily, some of those companies, like, that start with S's and stuff, like some of the components they use don't compete with us on. So we're not fighting for motors per se, which would really suck, and battery cells. But what sent me on this tangent was the battery cells. So it seems like every 3 or 4 weeks I get, another production meeting that tells me, okay, we got issues getting this part, and we got issues getting this part, and then you got to start to basically go and scalp the parts.
Oh man.
So what's happening is, it's happening in the US now too. Like if you go to any bike distributor, it's any essential parts you cannot get. We are, we're signed up as a dealer for all the major bike distributors, but we still can't get the parts. Like we have to go, if we want the part, we have to go buy it at retail or from, there are retailers that aren't even selling like as legitimate retail operations. They're just buying up all the distributor parts and then basically selling it to other dealers at
kind of like scalpers
at higher than retail, right?
Yeah.
So they're essentially scalping the parts. And that's what's happening now on components for e-bikes and bikes. That if you're not one of the major manufacturers where you've raised a bunch of capital and committed up front and bought your parts for 2 years in advance, you're having to go out on the secondary market. Like, it happens with other stuff, not just this, but scalping. You're going on the secondary market to buy parts that you need, even though you're a dealer or have a contract or an account with the supplier. You're still having to go out on the secondary market to secure the parts that you need and to honor your commitments. So you're paying more. Like you thought you had this much in a bike, you put it up for this price, and the next thing you know, your costs have gone up 50% on this and that. And like our battery costs just went up.
Yeah.
They just went up like 17%, like overnight.
Ooh, really?
On Samsung cells, yeah.
Oh man.
So that's our cost, but we're not going to raise the cost of the bikes. Because this is already for future orders where, we've already sold the bikes,
right? And
we've already paid for stuff, but now they're coming back and like, we need more money. So, yeah. So it's kind of like this Wild West, like it's just exploding sub economy,
right?
And it's like it takes up a lot of time, especially my time, like
searching
having to sit. Well, I don't have to search for most of them, but just sitting on there, and there's a lot of shit I have to do because like my manufacturing contact, like they're not willing to go to the lengths I am to find a part. They would rather just say, hey, we're just going to give you a black tire. And I think on a previous cast, I told you that I had to go out and try to find white wall tires, like, because a lot of shit is 6 months to 200 days wait right now.
Holy moly, that's insane, dude.
Shimano, May 2022 right now to get Shimano components from Shimano. You could buy them on the secondary market.
Wow.
But if you want to get them from Shimano, any order you get priced now, 2022, May 2022 is what they're out to. And Shimano is like the biggest of the biggest.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty crazy.
Can you answer this question for him? Or this is probably a hard question to answer. Like, really? Like, I don't know.
What do you think the wait time for components and bikes is going
to drop to a reasonable level?
Right now, I just told you, like, if you're ordering stuff now in March of 2021, unless you're going to switch components or overpay for them, I think it's just a supply and demand issue. Like, demand has increased so much and supply hasn't, that the market's going to have to readjust. Man.
It's darkness.
I know this thing's just okay. I'm back. No, that was freaking that Invoxia tracker, man. it gave me some message from when I put the headlight on that bike that I put it on has an Invoxia tracker in it. And how long ago did I put that headlight in?
Oh, you moved it, yeah.
15 minutes ago, and I just got a notification, and the thing's 4 feet from me.
That's crazy. They actually hit me up today and asked me, hey, what would you like to change? And I was like, I want to instantly arm the bike. So when it's sitting there and I walk away from it, I don't want to wait 5 minutes so it'll arm to where if you tilt it, whatever, like it only takes a minute for somebody to steal your bike, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping.
You're damn right. I think I had the same conversation with him. I was just kind of like, there's a 5-minute wait or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
From when you stop your bike, it'll be 5 minutes before it'll tell you it's moved.
Right.
And I was like, man, like what? So they told me they've already changed it and they're testing it out. So it'll automatically arm it once you're out of Bluetooth range.
Yeah.
So whatever that is, 60 feet or I can't remember how many feet, 300 feet. But if you get that far away, it'll automatically arm it. But
the other thing
I told him the same thing. I want to be able to arm it myself.
Yeah. The other thing I told him was I wish they would keep it live updating instead of every 5 or you can choose 10. Like, so I said, if somebody wants to plug it into their USB at all times, you know, on their bike, motorcycle, whatever, you should have a live update, not every 10 or 5 minutes. So I asked something like that, which would be pretty cool. Just watch it live.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Cause for ours, we can run it to the onboard USB.
Yeah.
So it'll have a constant power supply.
Yep. So that's what I'm hoping they can do.
So that would be, yeah, I mean, they have to be able to do something like that. It's just getting in, and I don't know like how big their team is, but they seem pretty responsive to stuff. So, and I know their product's not designed for e-bikes, right?
Right.
So our experience with them is we're trying to basically help them design something that works with e-bikes, but theirs is designed to work with so many other things.
Yep.
You know,
ours, motorcycle, kids, your wives.
Yeah, exactly. Slip it in your the pocket behind your wife's seat.
Let me get back to the Onyx really quick because there's some more funny things. So it was like I don't even know if it was once a day, every few hours or whatever. So they keep on, they took the website down, but then they put it back up where it was just like a square Onyx. And every once in a while, something else would pop up that says the CEO is off the grid. And here's another one. Sorry, everyone. We did everything we could to save the company. And I mean everything. Onyx Motorbikes is over. Thanks to Ken Ames and Troy Smith. More details coming soon. They shook us down, and we can't afford their terrorist demands. So a lot of cryptic stuff, like weird messages like that, just kept on popping up. Today, the website is actually finally back up and running. But from what I heard, it's only internet talk or whatever.
Hey, man, everything you read on the internet's true.
Yeah, exactly. It may not be true. It might be true, but whatever. From what I heard, it was the CEO somehow like forged some kind of paperwork to kick one of their partners off the team or whatever. So that's the internal drama, but I don't know if that's the truth or not. So that's what I heard. That's it.
Okay. Which, yeah, I mean, like, I'm not a psychologist or anything, but like listening to that banter and stuff it's just like, yeah, it sounds like someone's on drugs or they're gourd or
like a mad teenager or something.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, like on the flip side, there's so many cases of people who take on capital and investors to grow their company or start a company or whatever, and you know, the guys coming in don't have the same vision or the same passion as the guy who started it. You know, I'm not going to get into what the specific passion is or what the goal is for these investors, but it could be things like, you know, they're strictly there to make a buck. And they don't really care anything about the bikes and the customers and the product. And the guy who started it, he might just, you know, if he's like me, he started this because he loves the bikes and loves the feeling, and he wants to share that with everybody. And if I end up in a situation where I had an investor who was trying to undermine that and to take control of my thing and do something else with it, like, yeah, I'd be pretty pissed off. I don't think I'd be doing anything like that, but
yeah.
But I mean, those are the type, there are those like relationships that happen like that. I've seen tons of them over the years, where it's just, I don't know, it could be like a help plea. But who the hell knows what it is,
Cry
man.
for help.
Yeah, but end of the day, it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. I mean, if anybody else has, like, maybe throw that out there right now, and
yeah,
and it might jog some memories or whatever. But
hey, random vlogs. We actually talked about the Monday motorbikes. I don't know, was it the last Wicked Wednesday or the Wicked Wednesday before that? I think it was the last Wicked Wednesday.
Man, there's been so many of them, I can't remember. I guarantee you, it was either in the last one or the one before that.
Yeah. So yeah, random vlogs. We talked.
I'm willing
about
to bet you $1,000 on
that. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Well, supposedly Onyx is gonna still send out all their orders now, but I don't know if they're taking new orders. Supposedly they are, but I don't know if I'd be willing to give them $5,000 for a bike since they're going through all that drama right now. It's probably not a good idea to get one yet. Just wait to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. Think about what those messages did, like how it destroyed confidence.
Yeah.
So think about if you had investors who were trying to strong arm and kind of destroy a company and thought they were going to profit on it. And now, maybe they were forced them to sell it. I'm kind of reading between the lines, but maybe they were trying to force a sale, using leverage to force a sale of the company. Well, by doing what he did, he basically crushed the value of the company.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Maybe
right?
A little less of them.
Like a poison pill, almost. Like a self-inflicted poison pill.
Right.
To basically stop whatever was going on, which could be just a genius play by the owner.
It could be, yeah.
So I'm just reading between lines. This is all fodder. But it's all interesting perspective.
Yeah.
And it's just being in our industry. It's, let alone any other industry. Just seeing this is pretty crazy with all the other shit going on. It's really wild. Because, I mean, they got a massive future. Like the way this shit's taken off in general.
Yeah. They have a good following.
Onyx has a massive future.
Yeah. They have a good squad behind them. And everybody that owns one of their bikes is pretty awesome. I got to ride the Onyx last week, and it was pretty badass, dude.
Yeah, it's fun, man. We had a good time on them. So
hope they get their stuff together and figure that all out, and hopefully everybody still has their warranty if they go down. That would suck, man. Losing out on your 1-year warranty if you just got a bike. I'd be sad, dude.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody in Dallas, Fort Worth or Oklahoma or anywhere close has an Onyx and you can't get shit work done, give us a call. We'll try to help you out.
There you go.
So, okay, man, let's go on. You sent me this other thing about California.
Yeah.
Angeles Highway or
old people.
Yeah, like trying to ban senior citizens from riding e-bikes on the bike path.
Yep. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I think it did start in 2018. It started in 2018, but right now they're starting to give away. Let me just read it. So on January 5th, 2018, the state of California Department of Parks and Recreation Goldfield District banned Class 1 low-power pedal assist bikes on natural surface bike trails and paths. And it was signed by District Superintendent, blah, blah, blah. And then on March 2021, they received reports that the Chino Hills State Park started issuing citations of people riding low-power pedal assist bikes. Yeah, so that's pretty much like the gist of it. So pretty much old people aren't, you guys know.
Hey man, define old.
All right, hold on. Let me show a picture of these. This is old. If you look like that, you're probably pretty old.
Now, is that actually really like the guy who was riding the e-bike, or is that something off of like Adobe?
They probably just found that picture off the internet somewhere.
Yeah, exactly, man. The fucking media. They're showing like some dude in a wheelchair, like this guy can't ride his e-bike.
They're trying to make it look as bad as possible for them.
Might as well, put somebody on a breathing machine in there. Guy can't ride his e-bike.
He's on a trike or something trying to ride around. Yeah, so pretty much like a lot of older people are getting back into biking because e-bikes came out. So that kind of put a little bit of a damper on their party. And I'm hoping that petition does change it. And funny thing is, around here, me and Mikey X class, we recently got stopped in the state park. I was on my one wheel. He was on his aerial rider. And the ranger, she was like, "You can't be riding those here." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "I've been riding like almost every day, like for a whole year straight. Nobody said anything, whatever." She's like, "Yeah, those are illegal on the bike paths." And then my next question was like, "Well, can he just pedal the bike with it off?" And she was like, "Yeah, you could do that." And that made me.
But you can't have pedal assist.
You can't use. She said you can't use pedal assists. So that was a park ranger, but I don't know.
State park. States can do that in the state park.
And that sucks for the older people that are trying to get back into,
national parks. The Trump administration, they this is something that nobody should really be able to argue. So whether you're pro or anti-Trump, they did actually put something in that legalized e-bikes in all national parks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
On the paths and all that stuff. I can't tell you the specifics on speed.
Did it go through? Like, did they go through, or it's in?
It's in.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Trump put it in pretty early in his administration. But yeah, where you can take an e-bike through, so all the paths and stuff that you can't take a motorized bike, you can take an e-bike.
Oh.
And like I said, I can't tell you exactly which ones, whether it can be throttle, pedal assist. I haven't refreshed my memory on that, but
yeah, normally.
But if you want to Google it, it's out there. You'll see it.
Yeah.
But state parks are, they can kind of do whatever the hell they want to do. It's private property essentially.
Yep, you're not allowed to fly drones on it.
It's owned by the public, but it's regulated by the state.
Right.
The federal government can't tell them you have to allow this in a state park.
Right.
So they can only do it on public roads and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, to tell you the truth, like, how are they going to tell if you're actually using pedal assisted? Like, what do you mean the bike's off? Like, I got my display on to see, how far.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. Know your bike, man. It's people with guns. There's a lot of people with illegal parts on their guns, and they know how to get rid of the illegal part if they get stopped. So
yeah,
how to drop the bullets, whatever. But know your bike. Know how to turn off the motor.
Hit that
pretty
power
simple.
button.
Yep. And then just pedal. If you have a bike that you can actually pedal. If you got a bike you can't actually pedal, you might be kind of called out.
Yeah.
Onyx yeah, I don't know. Like you were saying, I mean, definitely. Like, I think what we see the biggest group of people that are benefiting from e-bikes are, people severely like out of shape or have health issues, or like older people.
Yeah, or disabilities.
And it's not just physically, it's just like, think about the mental aspect of it, of getting out there and being able to ride a bike again. Just like so many people, they just don't have much hope. They just sit around the house and they're lonely and all that stuff. And just being able to get out there and go ride a bike by yourself and not worrying about trying to get home or trying to climb that hill or all the other stuff. And
right.
Yeah, I think for those guys, I mean, it's hard to differentiate. You can't make a law that says, well, if you're this age, you can do it, and that age you can't. So
right, then that's discrimination.
Yeah,
age discrimination.
So, I mean, California's. I mean, it's got like the most liberal state, man.
I know, and that weird.
Like, they're not going to be. They're not going to be the one that's going to set that trend. I can't believe that. So
yeah,
I think it's just a situation of stuff going through the legal process, appeals and that type of stuff. And ultimately, I think on appeal, it's going to be, as long as the appeal ends before any laws change or stuff like that.
Right.
That it's going to end up in the favor of riders. Negotiation, basically. So they might have to give something up. Maybe it's speed, maybe it's pedal assist only, whatever. So.
Just checking out the comments right now. Do you see any comments you want to read out, Wicked Ron?
Man, I don't actually have any comments right now. I don't see any. I'm watching the stream itself. If I switch off my screen, I go black. So when I tried to go to YouTube,
okay.
Yeah, I need another terminal here.
Oh, here goes a question for you. A Wicked Thumb. Can you see that when I put up the question on the screen?
If your bike did not exist, what bike would you be riding? Oh, man, that's such a good question.
It is.
Man, I would be riding a converted, like Electra or a Nerve or a Felt, or maybe build my own.
Yeah. BYOs.
I think that was, there's a reason we're doing what we're doing, and it's to just bring a different aspect to the whole e-bike, community. We want that kind of custom feel. This is my personal taste. Essentially, the bikes you see we make is a bike I like and the way I would dress it up.
Right.
I'm not trying to make anything for anyone else, man. People can go through and they see the stuff they're like and pick and choose. And can you do this? And some people come up with new ideas. Hey, can you do this? Or how about this? And we're like, oh, that's awesome, man. I haven't thought about that one yet. Yeah, we'll do that. And I think that's really what this is. It's really me doing like the bike I want to ride.
Where's the bike that you mainly ride in the shop? Like, is there a bike that's yours? Like, yo,
man, I don't have a bike.
Yeah,
I'm working on my bike, but I keep getting sidetracked. It's like any other motorcycle shop, I would say. Like, you're always working on other shit, and you don't have time to work on yours.
Damn.
But my bike's over there in the corner being worked on. But yeah, like everyone in here is badass.
What color is your bike?
The one I'm doing right now is purple.
Oh, snap. I want to see that. That's cool.
But yeah, I built the front wheel yesterday. I'll do the back wheel tomorrow. About a few hours.
Nice. Are you doing street tires?
Yeah, I'm going to do V-tire speedsters on them.
Oh, nice. Those are cool.
So they're a little narrower than what we use. I think the ones I'm putting on there are like a 3-inch tire, 2.8-inch tire.
Nice.
Same wheel, so it'll still be like over 3 inches wide.
Here's a question. Oh, go ahead.
No, but we go out cruising all the time, and I like to ride different bikes and kind of get the feel of different stuff, and see like if there's anything we want to tweak or add into it, or if there's anything not to my satisfaction, stuff like that.
Right.
But if you're asking me what my favorite bike is that we make, it's the Rat.
The Rat? Awesome.
Yeah, that's my personal favorite. And you can't possibly, by any picture, see how the colors pop on it. Like the way the bike pops. And especially we got those club bars on there now. Like just riding up the feel of it.
Looks cool.
It's got a totally different weight to it.
Damn, I can't wait to check it out, man. I want to roll over there for a Wicked Wednesday one day. We're on the same screen in the same place. And I get the
soon, buddy. Come down. We'll put you to work for a little bit.
That'd be sick, dude. I'd love that.
Maybe next month.
That'd be a lot of fun.
So we're going to be slammed pretty much till, it'll keep going now. We're about 6 weeks out on orders right now.
Oh, wow. Nice. Wicked Thumb mid-drive. Would you install a mid-drive if somebody wanted it custom for their bike?
I mean, if you're local, I don't know that I want to sit there and ship that back and forth and deal with the pain in the ass of that.
Right.
But if somebody local and we had time, like if you hit us in the kind of off season and stuff, right now, yeah, we're just going to be 6 weeks, and it'll get up to 8 here. And it'll die down like around October. So
everybody wants a wicked trike, dude.
We've looked into it, but I mean, you could do the mid drive on them, and it's just, I mean, it'd be a very expensive bike. Like if people want to spend, I mean, I would have to guess we'd be at a 5,000 plus price point. Yeah. And trying to ship that bitch, man.
Oh my God. Yeah. I couldn't imagine.
No.
You'd have to put the whole bike together yourself, you know.
I wouldn't want. Yeah, I really don't want to jack with that. But we've got some other surprises coming up that'll be announced in the next couple of months.
Can you tell us?
So, not trike, but you could think of something similar to a trike. So,
I wonder what it is, guys. Can you guys guess in the comments? The Wicked Trident. Uh-oh. There you go.
We're going to do a Kenny Powers style bike. We always said that Kenny Powers would ride a Spider, a Can-Am Spider. Or actually, he did have one on the show. So, yeah, we're going to do a Wicked Thumb Spider. And that would actually be easier to do than a trike. So, we'll just do a rear hub and 2 wheels up front.
I think we talked about sidecars already before. I think you guys were trying.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, we got it. Yeah, Jordan. He guessed it. Was he the first person that said it? Yep.
Cheers, Jordan. Yep. We got we'll have our first sidecars coming in about 6 weeks.
Oh man, that is exciting. That's awesome.
And we're only gonna have black at first.
Yeah,
we're doing one for the Rat. So imagine the Rat with a sidecar, matte black, big 6-inch Wicked Thumb Devil on the hood of it.
Oh wow!
And then red wheels, white wall tire. Put your dog in there. It's fiberglass, so you can throw a bunch of ice in there and fill it with beer.
That's
not fun. For you to drink, of course, as a rider, but
yeah.
Put your kid in there. You're not going to fit a human in there, I don't think, unless they're a small human.
Yeah.
So
that's perfect for a dog. Rusty Roads.
Oh, exactly, man. You can put a 100-pound dog in there if you want.
You can put 10 11-pound badasses in there, Rusty. Imagine that, like a whole sidecar full of chihuahuas.
Mm-hmm.
He's not just a chihuahua. What is he again? Rusty, let us know. He's a chi something. Pomchi? Is it a Pomchi? Yeah.
Pomeranian.
We'll throw 10 Pomchis in there.
Beach stuff.
Yeah, it would be cool to take on the beach, put all your beach gear in it, or even like a fishing freaking bike.
We got a Serape roll up coming too, like a fork roll for a Serape blanket.
Oh, okay.
So that'd be perfect for carrying to the beach or music in the park or festivals or picnic or whatever the hell you want to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll have that in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I think.
Hey, Ron, could I do this? Since I go fishing, in the ocean and stuff, can I fill up the sidecar with ocean water and everything I catch, just throw it in there? Put a couple flounders.
I mean, it's going to stink like a motherfucker, but you can do it.
But it'll be cool, though. It'll be like your own little fish tank on the side of a bike.
I mean, maybe we'll do an clear acrylic sidecar at some point.
Right. That'd be pretty cool.
So, yeah, I'm stoked about that.
Yeah.
It took us forever to find somebody that we could get the tubs from.
Yeah.
It's been such a challenge.
How many colors do you have right now with them? Or is
I mean, we're just doing some matte black ones just to test everything out and get the mounts done correctly before we have them mass produced.
damn, I'm excited to see that. That's gonna be freaking badass.
Yeah, but then we'll offer them custom in any color that we sell the bike.
Sweet.
So Indian red, Rio blue, Blaze orange. We got a new color coming out this summer, or we got the desert tan coming out. We'll have those in about 4 weeks.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
And then we're doing a matte diamond white. That'll be pretty sick.
Yeah.
So,
do you have the price point figured out for them yet?
The sidecars?
Yeah.
Not really, not yet. It'll be a custom thing, so
gotcha.
It'll be. I can't tell you exactly right now.
Okay.
A ballpark $1,000 to $1,200.
Nice.
Free shipping, including shipping. So
that's gonna be cool seeing those. Do you guys have any questions? Hey, we've almost been on an hour. It feels like we only been talking for like 10 minutes.
Shit.
It always happens, man. Last time was like 2.5 hours, wasn't it?
Crazy.
I need a hitch to pull my kayak. That would be pretty cool.
I don't know if anybody's seen our Instagram, but we got those we got that guitar quote guitar rack.
Do you have that close to you?
We actually took some shots today. Like, it was kind of funny. We had here, I'll go over to it.
It's an actual guitar rack, right? Like,
nah, man, it's a freaking surf rack, but we're calling it a guitar rack.
I was saying, because it fit like perfect in there.
Yeah, so now we got this like 23-year-old Marine dude who just moved here from San Clemente, and he's cool as shit, but he's surfer. He was in Okinawa and San Clemente, but there's just the base rack right here.
Oh,
that's set up right there to carry like a snowboard, skis, surfboard, stuff like that. But that's all adjustable. So we swung that arm up, and if you go on our Instagram feed or website, you'll see that we mounted a Les Paul in there with some different wider bars that are meant for a like stand-up paddleboard or something thicker. You can put your camping chairs or stuff like that in there.
Oh, nice. Or if you build houses, you can go to Home Depot, throw some wood inside, go cruise.
Dude, you could. I don't know how much weight wise. I mean, it's like $8 for a 2x4 right now too. I don't know if you want to spend that money on them.
Damn, that's
it's crazy. But yeah, you can just put all kinds of cool shit in there.
Yeah.
So we've been kind of messing around with that.
Brian came up with a cool idea. He said put 4 battery slots on a sidecar to boost range. That'd be cool. The whole big battery in the sidecar is just no room for anything but batteries.
So, that's a great idea, Brian, because one of the things I've been talking to some of my buddies about is I want to do I'm going to talk to Shreddie about it. And man, it'd be awesome if we put together a group to ride down the full Pacific Coast Highway on e-bikes.
I'm down.
And have it planned out to where, we can recharge. So we have campgrounds with hookups along the way where we can stop and recharge our batteries. And maybe I got a sidecar and I carry 10 extra batteries in it. Or maybe everyone has sidecar, or multiple carrying their gear, all that shit. But that would be so sick. I've done it on my Harley a few times.
Yeah.
And you see people riding their bikes, like just regular bikes. They'll ride all the way from the Canadian border to Tijuana on it.
Wow.
I want to say it's like 1,300 miles. I can't remember the exact distance.
That's crazy.
But just so awesome to see those people doing that.
Yeah. We already got a crew.
Yeah, so it would be badass to plan something like that.
Yeah.
And get a group together and just think about just think about the beside just the awesomeness of doing that, just the overall like publicity for e-bikes.
Oh man, I would be so. I'm already in. Just let's plan it out. Let's do it.
And yeah, I think it could be done in 2 weeks. Like we say, we do 100 miles a day.
Yeah.
You know, basically run through a couple of batteries, but just plan it out along the way to where there's campgrounds to charge stuff. We could cheat and have a chase vehicle that has a generator or whatever, but just to legitimately do it where we can do it on our own.
Yeah. I think we could. I'm 100% sure we could do it. Oh, today actually, I don't think I told you, Ron. I ordered a quick charger from this company called Grim Technologies or something, where you can like adjust it to make it a trickle charger up to 8 amps. And I got the adapter for the Wicked Thumb for longer like group rides and right for this trip now. So I got it was like, I hope I got the right adapter. It said DC 2.5 and it was like the same looking one as the one that you use on the charger. But how many amps can this battery take? Is 8 amps pushing it, or should I just stick to 5 if I want to charge it?
You should basically take the amp hours of the battery and divide it by like 5.
Okay.
You know? And you want to be somewhere close to that.
Got it.
You don't want to overcharge the battery. There's a lot of heat involved when you charge it really fast, and it's not good for the battery long term.
Okay.
Okay. So I think those 8 amp chargers are made more for like, say you got a 30 or 40 amp hour battery.
Okay.
Like your Huck battery is probably massive.
It's a
you
30.
got a 50 amp hour battery?
Right now it's a 30. I'll be getting a 50 soon.
Okay, so a 30 you'd be comfortable doing like a 6 amp charger probably?
Yeah.
What do they give you?
It's a 5 amp. It comes
okay,
with.
So 5 to 6.
Yep.
And on a 50 amp, an 8 would be good.
Puts the full 8.
Yeah, maybe 5 to 6, divide by 5 or 6. And it's just really it's so much heat, and the quick charging of the battery is just not good for the...
Kills it quicker.
Yeah, it's not good for the long term.
What I was thinking about, just use it for like long group rides, or where we got to charge quick. And then when I'm charging at home, I can turn it all the way down to like the trickle charger. That way I'll kind of like, weigh it out a little bit, like, okay, I'll fast charge it, one time out of 2 weeks, and then every night trickle charge the battery to try to get the longevity out of it.
Yeah, I think if you needed to do something like boost, get yourself home, or get yourself an extra 10 miles. Yeah, I would like once in a while. I don't think would be bad. I don't think you want to bring it to 100% with it at like high amps, okay. And I don't think you want to do it a lot at high amps. But if you needed to do it once in a while,
yeah,
I think you'd be all right.
Awesome.
Yep.
A lot of questions went by, huh?
Yeah, pick out some questions and then let's try to start reeling this in.
I guess, yeah, you can't see the questions yet now.
No, you can make them pop up on the screen, though.
Oh, so okay.
If you see one, throw it up on the screen. Actually, let me get my cheaters.
Get your reading. Get your, what do you call that thing? The spectacle?
I'm just kidding.
Hey, if you guys got some questions over there, drop us some questions.
Okay, there we go. I look better now.
You nerd.
Hey, nerds get all the
There's a lot of
girls,
questions. A lot of people are down for this trip. Is Onyx done? Tim Dodd was asking. We don't know if they're totally done or not. We don't know. It's all up in the air. Like, people are saying it could be a publicity stunt.
Yeah, I think, like earlier, my verdict was I think it's a power struggle or something's going on internally. And this was, whoever took control of that was their way of basically doing a poison pill or something to stop whatever was going on, or at least
actually I can see that. That actually does help, man. I'm supposed to be
dude. It's man, I'm getting, especially with that ring light. That ring light's like
ring light in yours.
Can you see it in the ring light in my eyes too? It's so weird. All right, I'm picking this up. All right. In an ideal world with no parts delay, what would your shipping times be realistically? Big difference compared to current state.
I mean, in general, like during our slow times of the year, I mean, we can get bikes out, in two. I mean, it depends what you order.
Yeah.
But if you're just getting a kind of, basic bike of ours, you're not doing handlebars and paint and stuff like that. You can get it, and I mean, there's times we've shipped it same day, but next day it just depends what we have ready to go.
Right.
So, and even like a custom bike, whatever, a week, 10 days, paint longer than that, but
I feel like.
Yeah. So sometimes we got everything we need, and other times we don't. Like right now, we just don't.
Yeah. We get this question a lot. Will Wicked Thumb ever do stronger bikes with registerable VIN? I feel like we're gonna have to answer this question probably once a week or once every other week.
It's not on the horizon. I would rather you go ride a gas powered motorcycle at that point.
Yeah. You guys.
This is a passion of mine, but so are gas powered motorcycles, and I just don't. I don't believe that electric motorcycles are, for many reasons, like more fun or better than gas powered motorcycles. I think the engine and all the chrome and all the exhaust and all the stuff that goes into a gas powered motorcycle cannot be replaced by electric.
Yeah. Like the feeling of
the coolness factor. Yeah. The coolness factor of an electric motorcycle. I just don't think it, unless, long term, maybe like when we're like a Jetsons world, like real futuristic.
Yeah.
Things are different, but in our lifetime, I don't see an electric motorcycle being cooler than a gas motorcycle. But bike wise, I think electric bicycles are way cooler than gas bicycles.
Yeah.
So, I just don't think like if they made gas powered motors that had all kinds of cool factors to them and cool design aesthetics, but most of them are just some cheap ass motors slapped in there. So the bike itself could be really cool, but it could still be cool with an electric motor on it. So that's just my 2 cents. I don't have any intention to make electric motorcycles.
He said California is going to ban e-bike riders with glasses next.
Good thing I only ride a motorcycle in California.
I think e-bikes
we'll have to do that trip before then.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think e-bikes will have to be registered eventually. I kind of agree with that, depending on what class it's going to be. I feel like class 2 probably will never have to be registered, but maybe 3 and up, possibly. Anything past 20 miles an hour, at least here in Delaware.
Yeah, I would say 2 driving factors for that would be insurance. So if there's a lot of theft and accidents and stuff like that, like they'll want to have some way to track all that stuff, track it back to manufacturers, track it back to owners, in which case registration would be key, VINs. And then just the money aspect, the tax collection aspect of it. How they tax a lot of states. Texas is not one of them. We have a flat fee, but a lot of states tax you every year registration based upon the value of your bike or your car. And it's very high. I've bought cars before where my registration was $1,500 a year, like registering it in another state. And I was like, whoa, the hell is this shit?
Yeah.
So things you don't need to worry about right now with our bikes. We always get that question I'll just buy a motorcycle. Why would I buy your bike? That's, hey man, there's really no cost of our bike once you got it.
Right.
You're not paying registration, insurance, all that stuff every year.
Yeah, imagine that, having to pay for your e-bike once a year. That'd be a lot of
if
I'm paying for.
yeah, if you have a motorcycle and you're taking it on long trips, riding on the highway, putting a lot of miles on it, then sure, it's worth paying registration and insurance.
Right.
But like if you're just going around a small area, like we're not trying to sell you a bike to go commute 50 miles a day, to go on long rides all the time. If you want to do it once in a while, great. But we're mostly targeting people just going into kind of small localized area, throwing it in the back of the truck, taking it somewhere, vacation, lake house, whatever.
Right.
Camping, festivals, car shows. But it's just a totally different device, totally different way to get around. It's not intended at all to compete with all the benefits of a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And all the benefits of an e-bike, a motorcycle can't compete with those either.
Yep.
But you can ride them in so many other places you can't ride a motorcycle. Yep. Obviously the costs. So
here's a question from Tim Dodd. How many miles on an e-bike before you need to replace the brake pads? And I can probably answer that. It really depends on how you're riding.
You're like 6 miles, right, Shreddie?
What's that?
I said you're like 6 miles, right, Shreddie?
Yeah. But yeah, like it really depends on how hilly your area is, how much you're using the brakes. Shoot, I've seen people change their brake pads in less than 500 miles. I've had over 1,000 miles on an e-bike and I didn't even need to change the brake pads. And I was checking on every, I live in a flat state. I'm barely hitting those brakes. So it all depends on how you're riding it and where you live.
It's really heat. Heat is what wears down brake pads.
Yeah.
And then contamination. So if you're getting abrasives in between the rotor and the pads, but if you're doing a lot of downhill riding and using the brakes to control your speed downhill, you're going to wear your brakes out a lot quicker. If you're just doing flatland stuff, a bicycle is different from, like, say, a car where you're encouraged to brake hard.
Right.
Like you're not like to just kind of loosely brake. They're designed to be pulled pretty hard. So
there you go, Tim. And Chris Eastburn. Oh, this is like a Huck thing. I pulled off the Huck moped registration. No way. You registered as moped. Only requires standard driver's license and registration in Oregon. Insurance is cheap. That's awesome, dude. Congrats on that. I still haven't registered mine yet, because if I register it as a moped, Chris, here in Delaware, you can't go past 25 miles an hour. After that, I got to register it as a motorcycle and then insure it. Like, really? What's up, Kevin Sperner?
I think it's badass Huck went through all that stuff to get, like, VINs and all that type of stuff. I mean, that must have been an undertaking.
Right.
But it's cool to offer your customers that option. They have that kind of like borderline product. It's clearly not like what I would call an e-bike, but it can be an e-bike. And you can do things to where you're within the regulations of it. Yep. And, they went and made that effort to go ahead and make sure that people who do want to ride it at full speed can legally do so.
Yep.
Before they couldn't. So.
Yep. So I don't know what to do with the Huck. I don't know if I should just still ride it as is or just wait to see when stuff starts really getting regulated with those, at least.
Let's throw a couple more questions up on the screen and
here's 30. I go through 4 sets. Damn, this guy goes through 4 sets of pads every year. That is insane. Where do you live, dude? That's insane.
You're talking brake pads?
Yeah, he goes through 4 sets a year. That's some hard riding.
It's got to be mountain bike or racing.
Yeah, let us know what you do, Will. Oh, how do you know when your brake pads are done? Is there like a wear indicator where, like in a car, like it'll make that screeching sound, or?
You'll know, man. Like you'll get grinding and like there's I mean, I don't know if, like, on ours, there's not like a little wear clip or anything like that. But yeah, you'll have like a grinding and you'll hear the metal on metal.
Right.
This is assuming if you get that far into them, like your brakes the way they work is, when you bed your brakes, it takes composite from the pad and it creates almost like a seasoning on the rotor, like seasoning a cast iron skillet. So it's just more tacky. You don't have metal on metal. It's semi-metallic on semi-metallic. So it'd be the same thing. Like if you're that far into your brakes, like they would be quiet, and then you would start to notice that you're starting to hear kind of that metal, that grinding type noise.
Somebody said if you got less than a credit card's worth, it's time to change it. That's pretty thin.
Yeah, I would say you're depending on where you're riding, like you're probably changing your tires maybe more frequently than your brakes.
Right.
For like a mountain or like our tire probably. Unless you're doing a lot of downhill stuff. So
I'm gonna read this question from Beetlegator. He's asked a few times, but it's gonna be I'm gonna flip it to a Wicked Thumb question. He said, Shreddie, will you replace the peg on your Huck with a lock to protect both your controller and your battery? And my answer to that is no, because I have an alarm system on it. But I've had people asking me questions on, is Wicked gonna put a lock on their battery, or if there's a way, or what would you recommend? How can we lock up this? I don't know if you can see it. This little part. Is there some way to lock that up so nobody can steal your battery? I've been having that question a lot about the Wicked Thumb.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's plastic. So if somebody really wants your battery, even if you put a lock on it, they'll just smash it.
Right.
Our battery only fits in a Wicked Thumb bike or a Revy Cheetah. Those are the only two bikes it'll fit in. So if you've got a thief who owns one of those bikes,
has the same exact bike,
then yeah, he's probably going to know how to get into it. And I would say just most thieves aren't looking for a challenge. They're looking for a quick steal. And to have to get in there and kind of explore it and, take out a couple of nuts to get to the battery, then undo then undo 4 more bolts to get the battery out. And then they can't put it in another bike.
Right.
There's no mounts. It has to be hard mounted into the frame. I just don't see the market for it.
Yeah.
Having said that, that's one of the things with the Invoxia tracker that we love, is that we can put that thing in the bike where if anyone touches the bike, if they move it, if they turn it and it gets tilted, that you get a notification to your phone that somebody's jacking with your bike. So I think even like a great thief, unless they've stolen tons of Wicked Thumb batteries before,
know exactly what.
Which, hey man, maybe it's that would be a great problem for me to have. Hey Ron, we've got this big issue. We've got 100 Wicked Thumb batteries were stolen last night.
Yeah, right.
Then I might be like, hey, shit, we got to redesign this thing.
Putting some damn locks on.
But yeah, trying to lock plastic, I just don't.
Not really.
Like I would say right now, it would be a pain in the ass. Like it would take you 5 minutes. If you didn't know what you're doing, it would take you 5 minutes to get that battery out. Most people would probably look at that bike and be like, wouldn't even know it's electric to begin with.
Yeah.
Secondly, we get more questions of where's the battery in that thing. Then, it's unbelievable. It's like, man, it's in the tank. Like,
yeah.
You obviously, most people are not really up on e-bike aesthetics. They don't sit around and look at all the different e-bikes. It's such a small population. So, yeah, we're going to prevent it or plan to mitigate it with GPS tracking and stuff like that. That'll alert you when your bike's moved. And then we could do some different things. Like if it was an issue, we could change the bolts to where they're like a special a special bolt that you need a special key for to take them out or some stuff. So yeah, if it was a problem, we could definitely, I think, address it that way. But at the end of the day, I think just smashing the plastic, and it would be easier to take the whole bike than to get the battery out.
Yeah.
I
was getting ready to read. There was a comment, and somebody said most Steve would just steal the bike before the damn battery.
Yeah. I don't see the comments right now, so
yeah,
it's
funny.
I could be saying shit that
people are already saying that.
A bunch of people are saying, but yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that.
All right.
So they would probably steal the whole damn bike, in which case GPS tracking is our, that's what we're working on, and we're working with, hopefully Invoxia is going to have a solution for us that we can do as an installation item on the bike, where it would take a thief quite a bit of time. Like, they wouldn't even know it was there to begin with. Yep. But it would take them quite a bit of time to get to it, to disarm it.
Awesome.
We have a top secret location, man.
If you guys are interested in the Invoxia GPS tracker, I'll have in the link down below. Use code Shreddie, 10% off. You want that wicked thumb? I know you want a wicked thumb. Use code Shreddie 100 for $100 off. You guys, if you guys have any more questions, we'd like to answer a few more before we get out of here. If not, we will see you not next week, but the week after. Unless you guys want to see it weekly, just let us know. Throw down any comments down below of anything you want to see in the next Wicked Wednesday, or any questions you guys have. Oh, if you guys didn't see the last Wicked Thumb video I put up, I have the full throttle range tests where I pretty much held that throttle all the way the whole
400
time.
miles. It was unbelievable.
Yep, it was awesome. That battery is beast. What do you guys think about Cyber X bike? I haven't seen that one yet.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'll check it out after the stream is over.
Oh, let's talk about one more thing. Did you see that link I sent you of the Paul Tuttle Jr. bike?
Oh yeah. Was that the rough?
Yeah. $8,000.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're raising our prices. We're gonna jack them up a little bit to make things a little more competitive.
Oh yeah, Juice did raise their prices last week. I forgot about
that.
But
one of the funniest things was about 6 months ago, one of the guys in the shop, he came into work one day. He's like, "Man, we need to partner with Jesse James or Paul Tuttle Jr. to do a bike with him."
Oh, right.
And I was like, "Man, nobody wants to buy a bike with that shit's like so old." Yeah, I was reading shit. So Rat Rod Bikes. I don't know if anybody's on that group.
Yeah.
So Rat Rod Bikes. It's all just really cool, like home built bikes, and it's true rat rods. So it's recycled and just really badass shit.
Yeah.
And minimalists, man. It's not people that they don't want like that corporate element coming to it. But man, the comments, that's where I read the story this morning, but the comments on that were absolutely hysterical. Like, you're really going to mention Orange County choppers on this fucking group?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're just getting shredded, man. So Rough Cycles makes so much cool shit. And I've got rough frames in the shop.
Oh, really?
I mean, there's such an innovator in the cruiser market, but yeah, I mean, I'll be interested to see how that pans out.
$8,000 for a bike.
With I think the regular, they just took their Ruffian and they're doing an edition or whatever. But
yeah,
Rough Cycles is awesome. I mean, I think they're really like a bike company, like not e-bike company. Like, and I think that's what like the purists and the naturalists that are really part of their culture. I think most of them are probably anti e-bike.
Right.
So.
And that's crazy, them trying to jump into the e-bike game with a almost $10,000 bike.
They've been doing it for a while. They've got 2 different models, but
yeah,
and they're like $5,500 or whatever. But we've got customers that own the Ruffians, and the first thing they say after they get our bike is, "My Ruffian's not going to be getting many miles anymore."
Oh wow, really?
So
that's awesome.
So
what are
little
your
shit
thoughts?
talk. I love you rough, man. Little shit talk. But we can't compete with you with the stuff you guys do well.
Here's let's do one last question. This is a pretty cool question. What are your thoughts on letting customers program their own settings on your e-bikes?
I mean, you can change a few things. Like it's mostly in a more restrictive fashion.
Yeah.
I mean, you could definitely go out there and find stuff on groups and stuff to probably find the right programmer to plug into our system and try to reprogram shit. We don't do that here.
Oh, okay. So there'll
Yeah,
be more settings past just the display stuff that you can get to if you.
You could get in and if you've got the right cables and the right software and all that stuff, and if you do enough research, but like we're not going to tell you that. We're kind of keeping our bikes to where they're legal. I think I've made that point over and over and over again. I don't have any reason to push it to where we're going to get regulated. I want to keep it to where it's self-regulated. I'll play by the rules. 26, 28 miles an hour. That is plenty fast.
Right. If
you want something faster, then go buy another bike.
Yep.
Have our bike for up to that speed and then go get another one. And if that's the most important factor to you, then there's bikes out there that'll do that. Ours is a combination of actually having a real bike that you can ride, style, customization, and then at the same time, we think the speeds you can do are plenty of fun. And I've made it clear I ride motorcycles in the triple digits, and I still get a thrill from riding one of these bikes. It's fun.
Yeah.
So
I'm
cruising on local roads. I'm not trying to take this thing out on the interstate. So
or through the woods.
Yeah.
I like riding through the woods.
Yeah, if you're commuting on a 45-mile-an-hour road, you might not want to use our bike to commute, unless you got a path or something. But if you're cruising around a 30-mile-an-hour, 35-mile-an-hour area, we do it all the time. So we don't give a shit if people behind us are antsy or whatever. Go around us.
Yep. All right. I guess we're going to end that Wicked Wednesday at 1 hour and 22 minutes this time. We kept it really short.
Awesome, man. We'll get it down to 45 minutes in no time.
All right. That was a lot of fun. Hey, thank you guys for joining and sticking around with us. And like I said earlier, if you guys have any questions or any comments or anything you want to see us talk about on the next Wicked Wednesday, throw them down in the comments down here and let us know what you guys want to hear about. Hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, wherever, or hit up Wicked Ron and just let us know. And we love doing this with you guys. I guess we're going to keep doing it bi-weekly. We have a good time doing it like this. And I guess we will see you on the next Wicked Ride.
Sweet. Thanks, Shred. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Talk to you guys soon.
Yes, sir. We'll see you guys later.
Okay, buy some bikes.
Yeah.